It's noon in Kyiv. This is our time. I'm Natalia Sopit in the studio, and I'll tell you the main news at this hour. Another massive shelling. Last night, Russia attacked several Ukrainian settlements. In particular, the Kyiv region was under attack. 3 people were injured. They are experiencing acute stress reactions. More than 20 private houses, outbuildings, and 10 cars were damaged. The extent of the damage to the houses varies, from broken windows and doors to partial destruction of rooms. Rescuers, response teams, police, and bomb disposal experts are working at the scene.
Services are working to help citizens restore their homes. Once again, we have seen that Russia treacherously strikes at the civilian infrastructure of our settlements at night. Russia is a terrorist state. The whole world must know and understand this, so that Russia is never welcomed with open arms because of the atrocities it commits against Ukrainians.
Russian kamikaze drones attacked Kharkiv. According to the State Emergency Service, the aggressor carried out an attack on a civilian enterprise. An office building caught fire, and the blaze spread over an area of 500 square meters. 2 people were injured. Sumy region also came under fire. Several apartment buildings, cars, and social infrastructure facilities were damaged there. In the Odessa region, a non-residential building and a gas station were partially destroyed. There is 1 injured person. At night, Russia launched 108 drones of various types at Ukraine. This was reported by the Air Force of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Ukrainian air defenders destroyed 82 targets, 3 of which were jet-powered drones. The attack was carried out from 5 directions. Almost 2,000 civilians remain in the combat zone in Donetsk region. Among them are 115 children. This concerns 18 communities, including Mariinska, Toretska, Bakhmutska, and Lymanska. In total, more than 1,250,000 people have been evacuated from the territory of the region controlled by Ukraine. Just in the past week, more than 7,800 residents have left the region. In the past 24 hours, there have been 147 combat clashes on the front. The Russian occupiers carried out 1 missile strike and 86 airstrikes, also dropped 160 guided aerial bombs, launched more than 4,300 kamikaze drones, and shelled Ukrainian troop positions and populated areas nearly 6,000 times. The most difficult situation remains in the Pokrovske direction. There, Ukrainian defenders repelled 42 attacks. In the Lyman direction, the enemy assaulted 25 times, in the Novopavlivka direction, 15 times, and in the Kupiansk direction, 10 times. In one day, Ukraine's defense forces struck 6 areas where enemy personnel and equipment were concentrated and eliminated more than 1,000 Russian soldiers. In July, drones struck more than 23,000 enemy targets. The lion's share of these were thanks to FPV drones and night bombers, whose effectiveness is increasing. This was reported by the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Alexander Syrsky, at a meeting on the development of unmanned systems capabilities. According to him, the main priority is the destruction of enemy personnel. In July, unmanned systems eliminated more than 5,000 Russian occupiers. In the Pokrovske direction in Donetsk region, the defense is held by servicemen of the 9th Brigade of Unmanned Systems Forces. In the Harpies unit, which is part of this brigade, the majority of the personnel are women who voluntarily signed contracts with the armed forces of Ukraine. The heavy bombers from their arsenal stop the advance of the infantry and destroy the shelters of the Russian occupiers. Our correspondent Alexei Baranovsky visited the Harpies.
These are the Harpies, servicemen of the 9th Brigade of the Unmanned Systems Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. There are currently more than 20 Ukrainian defenders serving in the company. The Harpy chevron is worn by women of different ages and social status. There are lawyers, kindergarten teachers, and widows of military personnel who voluntarily stood up to defend their homeland.
How does the Harpy move? Exactly. I dropped it. I remember. The girl's car. Ukrainian women, I think, are a unique, truly one-of-a-kind phenomenon. They've always been like that, just like all Ukrainians. But Ukrainian women are a very, very strong nation. It's a very powerful, let's say, female community and strength of spirit. And overall, woman, where are you going to drop it?
I want to drop the FAB.
2222222.
The main task right now is to find and mark enemy pilots' positions, as well as equipment, minefields, and enemy personnel.
Working on shelters and dugouts. The Harpies are operating in the hottest direction of Donetsk region, Pokrovske. In their arsenal is the Ukrainian heavy bomber Vampire, which the Russian occupiers have nicknamed Baba Yaga. The drone mainly operates against the Russians at night.
At first, it was an agricultural drone and was used to treat out Ukrainian fields. But during the war, there was a need and demand, so it was modified specifically for military purposes. And it has proven itself quite well in this role.
The 20-kilogram Vampire drone can carry up to 4 bomb drops with a total weight of up to 16 kilograms. Thanks to the technical solutions of Ukrainian engineers in control and navigation, the bomber is quite resistant to enemy electronic warfare. The Vampire combat crew usually consists of 5 people: a driver, a bomber pilot, a navigator, an engineer sapper, and a squad commander. Each fighter must be versatile so that, if necessary, they can replace a comrade at their post. The crews are often mixed, because without male strength, it can be difficult at the positions.
No matter how much we might want it, no matter how much we want some kind of equality, men are physically stronger than women. You have to pull out the vehicle, bring it in, carry boxes of ammunition, haul everything in, and you have to do it quickly. That's just how it is. Since, well, men simply have more brute physical strength, it allows you to move ammo, vehicles, batteries, and so on from point A to point B quickly enough.
When selecting for the Harpies, motivation is the top priority. Every servicewoman here is here to defend her homeland.
I'm from Donetsk, right from Donetsk itself. Since 2014, I lived in Volodar. I don't want another awful situation to happen where you have to run away somewhere. That's why we have to stand our ground to the end, not let them go any further. But also take back what's ours.
Alexei Baranovsky from Donetsk region, for Freedom TV channel.
White House head Donald Trump is using the economic power of the United States to achieve results in negotiations to end Russia's war against Ukraine. This was stated by U.S. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce.
President Trump continues to work on ending Russia's war against Ukraine. Using America's economic might to achieve results in the negotiation process is one of his many options. Both sides need to step up to fully stop the war. Tammy Bruce, spokesperson for the U.S. State Department, on social network X.
The United States views possible negotiations between President Donald Trump and Putin not as a sign of trust, but as an opportunity to achieve real progress toward ending the war in Ukraine. This was stated by U.S. State Department Deputy Spokesperson Tommy Pigott. He emphasized that the key to reaching a solution is not words, but actions that can lead to peace and an end to the war.
This is not a matter of trust, it's a matter of actions. The president described how disappointed he is with the actions we've seen from Russia in recent weeks. He spoke about the need to see actions, not just words. It's not about trust, but about actions and doing everything possible to help in the pursuit of peace and bring this war to an end.
Let me remind you, today marks the end of the 10-day deadline announced by U.S. President Donald Trump, after which the head of the White House threatened to impose secondary sanctions against Russia. On August 6, a meeting took place between the envoy of the American leader, Steve Witkoff, and the Kremlin dictator Vladimir Putin. After this visit, it was reported in Moscow that Trump and Putin might meet as early as next week.